Hey everyone, Holly Gamer here, and welcome to Sherlock Holmes: The Awakening. Now, this is a game that I received from Lurkit as a review to share with you guys. That way, you guys can check it out for yourself and enjoy it. So, I'll put a link in the description, and feel free to check it out for yourselves. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy. Baker Street. Wah, 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 wah.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. The papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Let us see. Oh, wait. Can I interact with that shit? Wait, it just moved. Aww. Oh, I have to click it. What? London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps. During a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur, chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps. As a result of the unexplained disappearance, Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard, a longtime member of her inner circle, took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. A spokesman for the police assures the advisor that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentlemen's club or the fair nightingales who comfort them. Watson?
Local
Looks like we have a mission.
All of it uninteresting.
Never mind, we don't have a mission. Wait, what was that? Hello. Visit Barnes Bookshop.
Your order from Barnes Bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Huh. Like
Barnes insists on delivering
Barnes
the
and
books to our
Nobles?
door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
what? This?
Another letter from Werner.
Oh,
I never
Werner.
reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing.
Well,
I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
What? The Strand is missing. Okay. Fast. Let's turn that down. Why, hello there, Watson. See, can you open up, please?
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
Pretty gross, actually. Oh, we gotta go outside. C. Navigate to wardrobe. Oh, look at all glasses. Yo. What's that? What was that? I look completely different now. I look like a supervillain in some movie. Look at that water. I don't think there's any ray tracing in this, but wow. Oh, it reminds me like of the sinking city. They had stuff like that too, I believe. And there's other games too. Alright, let's go to the dustbin. That's not it. Where's the dustbin
Don't
at?
look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty.
Where the hell? Did he dispose of it before? Well, that's not the dustbin. Oh, there we go. Oh, man.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Interesting. Solving crimes and learning how to kill people. All at the same time. That's my newspaper.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
They tried to
Get the
poison me.
Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
How do I choose it? Oh, there we
You're a
go.
bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell
Oh,
me,
yeah?
did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson?
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Ooh, well, now I can take the day off.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there was a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise.
Had to
And all I
protect
could
the
see was him
merchandise.
kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
1 shilling. That's
Can you
all you gave me.
describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
Of course. Mine's place? What's this? Ooh, in the Strand. Book farm. Potentially poisoned. Good. I guess that's all I have so far. I don't even know what I'm doing. I figured that out. Mr. Barnes. Well, yeah. Mr. Barnes is involved in the scheme. Newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books. This morning, Mr. Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel from Mr. Watson. A cactus spine for assassination. A loud bang. A visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. Time to get Mr. Barnes. Mr. Burns.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
True that, true that. Alright, welcome to Baker Street. Run, 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 run. I don't. It seems a little shady. That's the farm. So, oh, there it is. Mr. Barnes, I have a bone to pick with you, buddy. Fancy book. Yeah. Observe. Bags in her eyes. Overwork. What? Oh, that's how I move. Oh, that's... What's wrong with your hand? Ink? Newspaper ink? Leans heavily on his right leg, sore left leg. His heel. High heels, wants to look taller. Workaholic, blackmail victim. Being threatened by someone in my...
Mr. Barnes, a word.
Hello.
Oh, for goodness sake.
He's running.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's...
Z. Oh, snap.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Hello. Summoning demons over here?
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
This. Exotic plants catalog. Catalog of exotic plants on Barnes' counter. The name of the catalog reads Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love. Wait, what? What is this?
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. Who the
Oh.
recipient is.
Hmm.
The finest view London has to offer.
Betcha it's her. It's her, isn't it?
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson.
A
Think.
spine in a book stack. I know you did it, lady. Tell me.
Weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I
What
often
is
say,
this?
I merely sell them.
A familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? A familiar spine?
Yes, it is.
Found
I
in my
betcha it is.
The pot
Yep.
is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
I knew it. I knew she did it.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
I'm gonna observe you. Avoids eye contact or distract. Morning brooch. Honoring deceased husband. Unusual for work attire, yeah. I bet you she's trying to murder him. Why would you wear these while it's raining? Well, they're clean. You did it. That's for sure. But
My
I think
condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh, no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn.
then
one way or
why?
another.
Ah.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yep.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Wait, what?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
What? She likes Mr. Barnes.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course.
In a way.
But we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window.
Huh.
Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
So, where is he staring at? Oh, I can run. I'm actually fast, too. Kinda. At first, I guess I was. Gas lamp. Oliver's barber shop. Is there no one else to see? What does she know? What? Anything? Damn. Oh. Mr. Barnes loves Miss Fleming. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Miss Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into the shop and give him watering advice, or it could be simply a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog represents these cacti as immortal. Ah, plainly this is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. Yeah, he was probably trying to take it there and dropped it on accident.
I think perhaps
And he's
I have been
embarrassed.
chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes?
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled. You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Wonder where we're gonna go. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the port of London had a rude awakening last night. Loud bangs, thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at pier number 3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, maybe some time before we have a full account of what fired. And the plot thickened.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Farewell, Mr. Bond.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But
It's brilliant.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
I thought we were going to Caldona.